Good morning, boys and girls. I hope that you are all keeping well and staying safe. Now, boys and girls, for your next music lesson, which is on Wednesday, we are going to continue with note values. I am going to just go through all these notes again with you, and I want you to listen very carefully. The first note, I would like to compare it with an apple because it's a whole note. So you can compare it with one whole apple. So a whole note with a whole apple. And remember, the other name for a whole note is a semibreve. And a whole note counts for 4 beats. So a whole note or semibreve. Then your next note would be a half note. Now you know that when we cut an apple in halves, you will get 2 halves. And that you can see on this second picture. There are 2 halves. And the 2 half notes look like the ones you can see on the second page. 2 half notes, and 2 half notes will equal to 4 beats. A half note or a minim. So another name for a half note is a minim. Then if you cut the apple again, so remember we've had 2 halves. Now we are going to cut the apple again. Then we are going to get 4 quarters, as you can see in the third picture or on the third page, 4 quarters. And to compare this with notes, it will look like what you see on the third page, and those are 4 quarter notes or 4 crotchets. Each of these notes count for 1 beat each. So a quarter note or crotchets. Each of these notes count 1 beat each. On page 4, we are going to cut the apple again. This time we are going to have eighths, small pieces of apple. Now, you will see next to it, I have written out the 8 eighth notes. And another name for eighth notes would be quavers. Quavers. And each of these quavers count half a beat each. So it's a quaver or eighth note. Boys and girls, I am not going to add the semiquaver as yet on this presentation, but I will also show you now a table which have all the notes from the half note up until the semiquaver on that particular page. Then you can see what they look like, how many beats they count, and what their rests looks like. Right, boys and girls? I hope that this will make sense to you and that you will enjoy continuing watching the YouTube clips that I've posted for you. I am going to now carry on with the next page, and I want you to have a careful look at it. This is all the note values, and it ends on a semiquaver. You will see in the first block, it is the name of the note, which is a whole note or semibreve, and the actual note looks like what you see there, the whole note, and it counts for 4 beats. Next to that is the 4 beat rest. The next one is the half note or minim. Look at the minim. And then that counts 2 beats, and next to it is the minim rest. The next note is the quarter note or crotchet. Look at the crotchet note, it counts 1 beat, and next to that you have your crotchet rest. Then the next one is your eighth note or quaver. Can you see the quaver? And that counts half a beat. Next to that you have your eighth note rest. Then your last one is your 16th note or semiquaver. Look at the semiquaver. It counts for a quarter beat and the rest is right next to it. Boys and girls, I hope that you will try and work through these notes and see whether you can actually identify them, and also watch the YouTube clips that I will post for you for your next music lessons. Boys and girls, keep well and stay safe.